Welcome to this course titled Classroom Procedures and Processes, as designed and produced by the Region 11 Service Center. In this course, you'll learn how to create procedures and turn them into routines that will help shape student behavior and success in the classroom. Specifically, the teacher will use the techniques threshold, strong start, and slant or star, and demonstrate how to transition students throughout the beginning of the lesson. At the conclusion of this course, you'll have an opportunity to demonstrate your understanding of the stated learning objective by participating in a demonstration lab that's sponsored by Region 11's certification team. During the mini lesson, the teacher must demonstrate all three of the procedural strategies listed on this slide. To earn masters, the teacher should also discuss how to turn a procedure into a routine and the benefits for doing so. For this presentation, you'll need copies of Teach Like a Champion 2.0 by Doug Lemov and The First Days of School by Harry and Rosemary Wong. Grab your resources and let's get started so your classroom procedures and processes can stand out in a crowd of teachers. This slide contains the quote, "Effective teachers manage their classrooms, ineffective teachers discipline their classrooms." At this time, please pause the video and read pages 85 to 86 in The First Days of School and identify the 4 characteristics of a well-managed classroom. Now that you've seen the 4 characteristics of a well-managed classroom, we have 2 more pages for you to read on pages 352 to 353 of Teach Like a Champion 2.0. Please pause the video and as you read, try noting the difference between procedures, systems, and routines. After reading, ask yourself, how are procedures, systems, and routines connected to student success? On this slide, there will be a pop-up that links to a video from Teach Like a Champion 2.0. Pause this video and click on the pop-up to watch Doug McCurry use Do It Again to teach a procedure for turning in assignments. After watching, reflect on if you would like your class to look like the one in the video. You might be asking yourself, do routines inhibit creativity and individuality? Locate page 376 in Teach Like a Champion 2.0 and read the conclusion. Reflect on your feelings about the assertion that routines create freedom instead of inhibiting freedom. How will you share this concept during your mini lesson? How you choose to greet each student at the beginning of the day helps establish expectations and sets the tone for the rest of the class. Standing at the door at the beginning of the class helps keep the hallways safe and can help with time management by getting students started more efficiently. This technique, called threshold, is the first of 3 in this module. Read about this technique on pages 353 to 356 in Teach Like a Champion 2.0. So we're going to have another video link pop up on the slide. Please pause the video and click the pop-up to watch how a teacher greets and begins his class. Make decisions about how you will model threshold for the participants in your mini lesson. Starting classes strong is designing an efficient routine for students to enter the classroom and begin class. What happens between the time you greet students at the door and when you enter the room with the last student? If the lesson begins as soon as students walk through the door, how will you design your lesson in your room to align with this truth? Let's take some time to read about Strong Start on pages 356 to 360 in Teach Like a Champion. As you're greeting your students at the threshold, you should direct them to your Do Now. What Do Now activity will you have prepared for the participants in your mini lesson? The third and final technique in this module is known as slant or star. In any class, student engagement is a key element of success. This strategy offers students a way to visibly demonstrate their engagement. Read about the slant star techniques on pages 360 to 361 in Teach Like a Champion 2.0. While reading, note if you see any significant differences between the two acronyms. Choose one of the two and plan to ask students to perform the routine during a short direct teach within your mini lesson. Now that we've learned about the three techniques, let's take another look at our proficiency rubric, which tells us what we need to do in order to reach the proficient or master level of demonstration. In order to be considered proficient, you must demonstrate all three procedural strategies discussed in this module. And to master the module, you must demonstrate the three procedural strategies and be able to discuss how to turn a procedure into a routine and note the benefits of doing so. To prepare you for your mini lesson, let's do a quick review. Remember that your mini lesson starts in the hallway outside the room with threshold. Once you're at the threshold, have your do now prepared and instruct students to begin while you're outside. Once the last student enters a room and the students are working on the do now, use this opportunity to provide a short direct teach and help the students practice elements of star or slant. Be sure to close your mini lesson by checking for understanding. You could do this by reviewing information from the do now or relaying the importance of establishing procedures and routines. Thanks for watching this course module titled Classroom Procedures and Processes. Feel free to review this video at any time as you prepare for your upcoming mini lesson. This presentation referenced materials from Teach Like a Champion and the First Days of School and used pictures downloaded from Pixabay and Unsplash.